story of Jamaicans at home and Jamaicans abroad on Power 106 FM. We will not take sides, but we listen to your side. Stay with us as we explore the issues, present the facts, speak with the experts, and as always, listen to both sides. What's your story? Tell us on both sides of the story by calling our local numbers 876-922-411 to 5. You can listen to both sides of the story on the Power 106 FM app via the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com, as well as on onespotmedia.com. Thus, listeners in the USA can dial 631-359-8281 to listen. And if you're in the UK and you wish to dial a number to listen to Power 106 FM, you can call 0330-606-0953. You can watch both sides of the story live on the Dervan Malcolm Facebook page. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Both Sides 106. Email bothsides106@live.com. Send your WhatsApp voice notes, audio messages, and text messages to 876-365-3346. Remember, we have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so we can listen twice as much as we speak. So stay with us as we listen to both sides of the story.
Both sides of the story. Both sides of the story. Both sides of the story. Knowledge is power. Classes in session. Power 106.
Excellence is the result of caring more than others think is wise, risking more than others think is safe, dreaming more than others think is practical, and expecting more than others think is possible. Chariots of Fire by Vangelis, and before that, Excellence by Ronnie Oldham. It is Wednesday, the 21st of August, 2024, and we greet you well, wherever in the world you are listening to us right now. We remain eternally grateful for the gift of life and the privilege to serve you on yet another edition of your program, Both Sides of the Story. We don't ever take your listenership for granted because we know you have choices, and that's why we never ever forget to remember to say thanks for choosing to listen to Both Sides of the Story, Monday to Friday, 2 to 5, right here on Power 106 FM. The mission continues to educate, empower, enlighten, and encourage entrepreneurship. Welcome. Good afternoon to those listening to us on 106.1, 106.3, 106.5, 106.7, and 106.9. From Moran Point to Galena Point, From the Goat Islands, this is Both Sides of the Story, Poro 106 FM. I am Dervan Malcolm. We're happy to have you join us. We welcome your full participation as usual. This is your platform, Both Sides of the Story, Poro 106 FM. The numbers to call 876-922-4112 to 5. 876-922-4112 to 5. And the text line is the same as the WhatsApp number, 876-365-3346. 876-365-3346. And we look forward to your full participation. After all, it is your program, Both Sides of the Story, Poro 106 FM. Still streaming live on the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com, live on your smart devices all over the world. Let's say hello to some people. How to spot and stay safe from, who is this now? Someone is trying to share some information with us. Here is Michael from Belle Plaine in Clarendon. Let's see if he's online. Michael, are you there? Hello? No. I'm not sure what happened there. Let's move on. James in East London, thank you for sharing the information that you have. And perhaps, well, he says, good afternoon, Sir Malcolm. Blessings to everyone who is listening to the radio. I can't access Paro 106 station online, only your YouTube. Sorry about that. We trust that our team of engineers will be able to resolve that sooner than later. And yeah, so sorry about that, James. Please keep monitoring and you will know when the transmission is back. Thank you very much for your patience with us and all the very best to you and the other members of the team. Let's take a look at some of the other messages that have come in since the last time we checked, which was quite some time now. Hello to, well, here's another message. Oh, telling us what we already know. This person says Power 106 was not streaming in the Old Harbor area last night. No, dear pastor, she says. Well, how did we know that it's a she? Let me see. Power 106 was not streaming in the Old Harbor area last night. No, dear pastor. All right. Sorry about that. We trust things will be back to normal in short order. This one says, Sir Malcolm, Jamaica is corrupt to the core. Did you know that the underground economy is 56%? So what do we expect? And let's see who else is picking up on this. But our listeners not totally satisfied with the general situation. But we thank you for your patience. The team is still working at it, and we will all be advised accordingly. And Kimberly says, thank you. Oh, a running conversation going there with Jermaine Strawn. That's the transmission and radio WhatsApp contact. So, in a number of areas, we're not transmitting as we normally would. So, we trust that those matters will be resolved, as we have been saying, sooner than later. Let's go down the line a bit and see. This one says that I think we've covered most, if not all, of these messages. So we're going to take the break and come back.
You're listening to Pearl 106 FM. The time is now
17 minutes past 2 o'clock.
both sides of the story.
Confidence in those who serve, especially in the public sector, is vital to Jamaica's progress towards Vision 2030 and beyond. Many people have quietly and diligently given sterling service over the years to the benefit of many Jamaicans at home and across the world. Our 106 FM in playing its part in showcasing those individuals who served in building our nation and to create greater public understanding and appreciation of their sacrifice presents the feature Service Stalwarts. Listen to Service Stalwarts every Wednesday at 4 p.m. during both sides of the story with Dervan right here on our 106 FM.
Both sides of the story.
Thanks a lot for staying with us here on your program, Both Sides of the Story, Poro 106 FM. Still streaming live on the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com, live on your smart devices all over the world. The technicalities notwithstanding, we thank you very much for staying with us here on Poro 106 FM as we continue taking your calls on 876-922-4112-5. That's 876-922-4112-5. The text line is the same as the WhatsApp number, 876-365-3346. 876-365-3346. Keep those comments coming in, and we're taking your calls as well, as we've said. So we're looking forward to your full participation. After all, it is your program, Both Sides of the Story, Poro 106 FM. What's the latest from the JPS? We'll see what's happening there. But the figures haven't changed on those electricity bills. And people are wondering what's happening and whether it will cause them to be in the dark at some point for failing to have the kind of funds that we see by virtue of the sums we see on the JPS electricity bills. We'll see how that goes. We're still monitoring. Thank you very much, those who are taking note, for the encouragement for us to stay on top of this one and ensure that there is some favorable conclusion to come. In the meantime, though, as we've said, we're still taking your calls on 876 922 4112 to 5, and the text line, same as the WhatsApp number, 876 365 3346. 876 365 3346. So we look forward to your participation, and we thank you for your interest in the program here on both sides of the story. The what's his name? James in East London has shared with us a story in the Guardian newspaper. Tragic situation. Southport stabbings. Police confirm 2 children killed in knife attack. The UK has had to deal with multiple knife attacks over the years, and they're still happening. Still happening. This message says, "Blessings, Sir Malcolm." This is from James in East London. "Blessings to you, Sir Malcolm, and everyone who is listening to you. Good afternoon, Sir Malcolm. Blessings to everyone listening to the radio. I can't access Power 106 station online, only your YouTube. We're sorry about that. Terribly sorry about that. And we trust that that matter will be resolved in short order. In the meantime, keep those comments coming in, keep those messages coming in. 876-922-4112 to 5. And the text line, same as the WhatsApp number, 876-365-3346. 876-365-3346. And we continue to take your calls and your messages right here on both sides of the story, Power 106 FM. Still streaming live on the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com, live on your smart devices. And apologies again for the issues we have all been having in terms of streaming and transmission. We trust that that will be resolved sooner than later. And we ask that you stay with us for as long as you can. And we look forward to continuing the discussions and the engagements as we continue here on both sides of the story, Power 106 FM. Still streaming live on the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com. And we continue with the program. As we always say, the mission continues to educate, empower, enlighten, and encourage entrepreneurship. So in the meantime, we'll share a piece of history with you, our faithful listeners. The year was 1730. Governor Sir Nicholas Laws died on this day in 1730. In his will, he bequeathed, if his sons and daughter do not survive him, his estate and premises, real and personal, to pay the salaries of the teachers and for the maintenance and construction of additional premises for a school at Halfway Tree in St. Andrew, for which he had given land to establish a free school. That is the same Nicholas Laws who was one of the attorneys involved in the aborted sale of the 200 acres on which Kingston was subsequently established. Nicholas Laws also served as governor of Jamaica from 1718 to 1722. Sir Nicholas Laws is credited with introducing coffee to Jamaica in June 1728. He reportedly brought the coffee to Jamaica from the French West Indies and planted it at Temple Hall Farm in West Rural St. Andrew. Temple Hall got its name from its first owner, Thomas Temple, whose daughter married Sir Nicholas Laws in 1698. Sir Nicholas Laws's name lives on in Laws Street in downtown Kingston. Couple of messages coming in. Rohan Johnson of Atlas Ocherius, good afternoon to you. He says, it's been a while now. I'm not picking up Power 106 on the radio, and for a couple of days now, the Power 106 app is not working, nor any of the streaming plot, or you mean streaming platform, coming from Rohan Johnson of Atlas in Ocherius, St. Anne. Our apologies again, Rohan Johnson of Atlas. Sorry about that. Still being worked on. Lloyd Berry, aka King Lloyd, says, good day, Mr. Dervan. Good afternoon, Jamaica. Mr. Dervan, don't know what happened, but not sure if your internet is working from yesterday. I can't hear anything from it. Check, please. Yes, that's what we've been talking about. Unfortunately, sorry about that. We've been having streaming issues, transmission issues, and we thank you for your patience and understanding. And let's see, you have another bit to say here. You say, Mr. Dervan, you know I can't handle the road without hearing your voice. It's so sad from yesterday and today too. Oh no, please check for me. Now in New York, going to New Jersey. Well, please be safe as you travel along the way, and we wish you all the best as you play your part in the development of your adopted country and the rest of the world. So we're going to a break in a matter of seconds, and then we'll be back to take your calls, your comments, your suggestions, your ideas, your general concerns. And we'll take those calls and messages in just a moment.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
2:30. Hey, Boss Reggie, you tried it, but let me tell you if you buy it. You knew what that Caribbean chemicals carry? Yes, sir. We buy it from the farm store around the corner. It's the most effective low fascinate ammonium butter on the market. And it is safe to spray between crop rows using a spray shield. Listen, I need to go tell the farmers who bought this right now. Lifeline herbicide, a non-selective contact herbicide that controls hard-to-kill weeds like nutgrass and whitehead. Be safe, read the label, wear your PPE. Lifeline, distributed by Caribbean Chemicals and available at farm stores island-wide. How much do you know about spices and the impact they have on your everyday life? Join us every first and third Thursday during Farm Talk with Althea McKenzie at 6:18 a.m. for Spice of Jamaica. We'll give you tips, tidbits, and interviews about the revitalization and sustainability of the Jamaican spices, including ginger, turmeric, and pimento. That's Spice Up Jamaica every first and third Thursday at 6:18 a.m. during Farm Talk with Alfie McKenzie right here on Power 106 FM. Spice Up Jamaica is brought to you by the U.S. Department of Agriculture Food for Progress Jamaica Sponsors Project.
Thanks a lot for staying with us here on your program, Both Sides of the Story, Power 106 FM. Still streaming live on the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com, live on your smart devices all over the world, and taking your calls on 876-922-4112 to 5. 876-922-4112 to 5. And the text line is the same as the WhatsApp number, 876-365-3346. 876-365-3346. And going through the archives and seeing some fascinating happenings. 1950, because of the lack of roads and the different terrain in the hills of rural St. Andrew, the Kingston and St. Andrew Corporation decided to provide Dr. Delia Whitburn, school's medical officer, with a mule. The town clerk was instructed to provide her with a docile animal. 19. All right, we're going to come back to that in a moment. Let's go to the text line, same as the WhatsApp number. Hello, good afternoon. Thanks for calling Both Sides of the Story. Are you there?
Good afternoon, Dervan.
Good afternoon.
I was saying that I was just listening for the rest of the month, but I say I have to just chime in and put in my little 2 cents,
Your participation is appreciated.
If you notice, over the past months, we don't hear the MPs in all the constituencies talking about losing electricity and energy at their home, because as we understand, they are fully equipped with alternative energy such as solar and other
technologies.
Yeah, so we have seen on this program from way back from last year. I've been speaking about this thing about alternative, and it has come to pass now that the devastation of Beryl has left the Jamaican people now battling with JPS, and we are now hearing about the bills and the different stories about cost of oil and different story that is should not have been told, because the people of this country was promised cheaper alternative and cheaper method. But I'm keep on reminding the Jamaican people that this year is an election year, and I don't mean that 2024. It's now 2025, and it's a period now where it is the time now where politician is like an egg. They are fragile. So if we understand what is an election period, we the Jamaican people would take advantage and try to get as much out of it. But I'm telling the people them now, say, it is a low hanging fruit, a very low hanging fruit. You don't have to stretch too far to pick it. All we have to do is tell our politicians, spend the CDF money an alternative in our community.
Alternative energy.
What do you think about that, Dervan?
Yes, alternative energy. Yes, by all means.
Yes, Dervan. Instead of them waiting on people to die to help to fund funeral expense and to put on big dances and hoorah, it is a low hanging fruit that these people now can just understand that it doesn't take much. We flush our toilet and the waste that is from the toilet. It is harvest and used back in biodegradable, and that could give us things like gas, same gas that we have to spend thousands a month time to purchase from gas supply people, and it's same thing with the help of turbines, and it is not just solar alone. We can get those windmill in our communities also, because right now where I am at, the breeze is blowing so hard, and it is also energy, wind energy. So we have solar from the sun, we have wind, and we have water also. Although water is scarce, but we could get water from the sea, because it don't have to be fresh water. So that is the reason why I'm saying that it is a low hanging fruit. And again, Dervan, those fat that we disposing with kitchen, and the oil that we use and throw away, and also those rubbish that is going to waste in Riverton, and those dump spot. We could use those things right in our community. It is just willing on the van. What do you have to say?
Yes, by all means, if you see a way in which you can make a difference in the community, by all means. Uh, Naturally, though, you want to make it as feasible as possible because you don't just want a one-off uh, situation, but you want to be in a position where it's a continuous development.
Dervan, and what the Jamaican people do not understand, the the politician make it hard enough with JPS. Have you heard about the thing called power wheeling, Dervan?
Power
Power
wheeling,
wheeling. Yeah.
yeah, those with the power.
It, yeah, it is a method where if I am suppose I have a system, Dervan, a solar system at my home, and you is my neighbor, and I feel that I could supply you with alternative. The government is against that, Dervan. The government give public service, Jamaica public service, and monopoly.
Whatever
For
happened
them
to the plan,
alone.
the buyback? Whatever happened to the buyback plan, where you sell energy to the grid? I don't remember how they had it, but
Yes, Dervan, that is the only clause in it. You can only sell back to JPS, but you cannot sell back to your neighbor. So if your system can do the whole community just like a network like internet, you cannot sell the neighbor, your next door neighbor, any farm, because the government will come at you, because JPS have the exclusive right, and that is what the people of Jamaica must first put the government to task to remove that power from the JPS. Get that authority from the Jamaica Public Service, monopoly away from them. That's if you as a citizen can supply your community with power, energy at a cheaper price, you're supposed to can do it, as long as you do the proper, go through the regulation channel, and you pay your tax to the government. You supposed to can strive in a country, but that is what is killing us, Dervan.
hold a moment,
Jamaica
please.
is a
Hold on,
country.
please. Hold on a moment, please.
You're listening to Borough 106 FM. The time is now
2:45.
I am Praga Hydro Feeds and win a Praga cash in the Farm to Fortune promotion. Hydro is back with another chance for you to win a share of millions in the Farm to Fortune promotion. Try for the grand prize of $3 million, weekly prize of $100,000 plus daily prizes. Enter, buy any qualifying Hydro feed and text the instant code in the bag for your chance to win a Praga cash in the Hydro Farm to Fortune promotion. Conditions apply. Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act. Welcome to the new dimension in eye care, the Optical Zone, offering exceptionally comfortable eyewear. We fill prescriptions and do eye examinations. This complete optical store is conveniently located at Shop 14, York Plaza, Halfway Tree. Telephone 929-8656. The Optical Zone, providing vision for life.
Thanks a lot for staying with us here on your program, Both Sides of the Story, Power 106 FM. Thanks for holding. Go ahead, please.
Yes, Dervan, what the people of Jamaica need to do is put the government to task now and the opposition and make them know say no they have to remove the monopoly that them give Jamaica public service, because we have found out that in adverse condition like what we get what they from burial, what we undergo from burial. Public Jamaica public service alone cannot angle it, and this monopolized thing, it is killing us. Monopolization in Jamaica is killing the people, is making the people suffer. We have felt it in the communication aspect with Digicel and Flow, and it is the same thing going on with JPS. The government need to move ASAP. The people of Jamaica need to put the government and the opposition to task before we put our finger in the ink this year to remove the monopoly with JPS have. It is a stronghold around the people, their neck, and it has to be removed. Remove it, them have to remove it before we put our finger in the ink. We have to do it, Dervan, we have to do it. Because no politician a complain say them light cut off or them business can't go on because them it's pure poor people place, because them have alternative. Them have alternative. And I'm putting it in the Jamaican people, them headspace. This year is an election year with everything we're gone by. We can't forget that. But this year we have to get certain things done before we put our finger in the ink. Remove the monopoly. The government have to remove the monopoly where JPS have. Them have to remove it.
Mm-hmm.
Them have to remove it, the van. Them have to.
Yeah.
Because how can I not having light at my house for almost two months, and then may I get a bill 100% higher than the one before. Total foolishness. Total foolishness. And it don't make sense.
Hello? Internet issues. Hello?
You are is a creature.
Sorry, we lost the portion. We lost a portion of what you were saying just now. Sorry about that.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
Dervan, what I was saying Darrell Vaz is trying to put the blame on OUR, but we cannot put the blame on OUR because OUR is like a dog without teeth, because OUR is a creature of JPS. OUR is like a dog at JPS door. Them can't do nothing to JPS, and the government just using
OUR.
OUR as a scapegoat. So that is just what I'm saying, Dervan.
Mm-hmm.
We need to wise up, because this year is an election year, and we have to value our finger. We have to value our finger going into the ink this year. We not put the price on it. We are holding government accountable before we put the finger in the ink. We not sell it. We not sell it this time. We are holding accountable before we put we finger in the ink. That's it, Dervan.
All right. Thank you for the call. All the best. Keep up the advocacy.
Okay, sir.
Take care. Bye-bye. This is your program, Both Sides of the Story, Poro 106 FM. And we're going to look at some of the other feedback material online. So let's go to H. Morgan in Birmingham. He says, you can reply on here as one, reply on air as 106 FM, not streaming. That's the word from H. Morgan in Birmingham. Another message, hi Dervan, is Power 106 having any broadcasting problems? We here in the UK are not able to stream live to listen to your programs. I think you want to say our program. Only 94 FM coming through. And another of the messages. Good afternoon, Mr. Malcolm. Is there a reason the Jamaican media is so silent on the oil found in Jamaica? Really? Can you expound on the discovery a bit more? I'm afraid I'm not able to speak on subjects that I know very little, if anything, on. But you've brought it to our attention. We'll check on it. Let's go to the phone lines once again, 876-922-4112-5. Good afternoon. Thanks for calling.
Good afternoon, Mr. Dervan.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, I was listening to your call a while ago. You're a very passionate guy. I realize that you call oftentimes. You always share some very good insight with us. But I just want to make it very clear that we're not in an election. Election is constitutional.
We want to hear you more, though. We're struggling to hear you. Some more volume, some more audio, please.
Yeah, what I'm saying is that your previous caller, he's a passionate guy. I listen to him a whole lot,
Yes.
But an election is not constitutional due in Jamaica until next year, right?
I believe so.
So we're not in an election here. And, JPS is a joke. And I know that from PJ parties who was in government, that JPS is a joke. I believe that these people are just, I'm not even a word to use, because because I remember when PJ was Prime Minister, JPS was $500 million. I don't know if you remember that. And Mr. Prime Minister PJ Patterson was asked that JPS give us it back in current. I don't know if you remember that. So JPS has been a very bad company for over 20 years. It's not a good company. And it is full time now for the Prime Minister, the leader of the opposition, and all those guys sit down. And we need to get a company that values people. You cannot be living in a neighborhood where 1,000 people live and 500 stealing life and 500 paying $1,000 bill for 1,000 people. I don't know where JP is taking. Recently I was somewhere and I saw a JPS guy come to Jamaica. And I explained to him, I said, listen, guy, you see the amount of light that the people are stealing down the road. You know what the JPS guy said to me? He's not too concerned about that. But there's somebody up here who has paid that there's a lady who I think she is a paying customer, but I don't know what happened. And they leave from where their office is to come to cut off her light. So if you're a paying person and you can afford to pay for 1 month, they will come and cut off your light. But the person who is stealing the light, GPS guys, them pass it and they not even look at it. Right through the town center through Jamaica. There's pay, thieving light. And because of that, a lot of us who are reasonable and law abiding citizens, we cannot sleep at night. We cannot sleep at night because of this loud music, because every single body in the neighborhood have a sound system now, running from thieving light. Because the people with thief light can have sound, a small neighborhood with 1,000 people, and you have over 100 sound playing at one time. And we as people who are law-abiding people, we work hard, we deserve to get a rest. We can't sleep, take at this music. You pass some people who steal the light and right to the day, their light are on, while we have to turn ours off. JPS has to do better. And, I do believe, Mr. Dervan, that the government, when I say government, I'm talking about previous and present government. They allow the country to get out of hand. They allow the country to get out of hand. Look at Cherry Tree the other day. People having a bingo party and gunmen just drive up and shoot off. They go kill over 8 people. I get to understand that this young man, Chris Martin, who sings, grandmother was having a week and it happened again. That means most of the people who are doing these things, they don't care because they know exactly that they are not going to prison. And even if they go to prison, then they have lawyers who can appeal to England and they are free. Our country is in a serious position, very serious position, and I'm calling upon both the government and the Prime Minister, please, don't let us as law-abiding people suffer. We cannot take it anymore. We cannot go anywhere. I am a young man. I'm just 50 years old. And I can't allow 7 o'clock to get by the road. Whenever I see 7 o'clock, I start to fret. I have to try to reach home.
Hold a moment, please.
Contractors, developers, and small builders. Contact Coast to Coast Group of Companies for high-quality concrete products. The time by Coast to Coast Group of Companies is
3 o'clock. The Minister of Finance and the Public Service, in collaboration with the Private Sector Organization of Jamaica, is pleased to announce that all nominations are now open for the 2024 Public Bodies Corporate Governance Awards, which will be held on December 4, 2024. Let excellence reign and be recognized for your high standards of corporate governance practices across a variety of categories. Submit your nomination by 4 p.m. on Friday, September 6th. Submission is free. Visit mof.gov.jm for more information.
Morning Agenda continues the tradition of providing a unique platform for healthy public debate. Weekdays from 7:15 to 9 a.m. Join Jody and Corey on Mondays and Tuesdays, and Kemwan McEachron on Wednesdays and Thursdays, while they alternate on Fridays, as they set the agenda and break down the issues and keep you informed on what matters to you most. Morning Agenda, speaking with the stakeholders, movers and shakers of our day, serving listeners in Jamaica and around the world. Stay tuned to the Morning Agenda on Power 106 FM, weekdays 7:15 to 9 a.m., where we set the agenda.
Thanks a lot for staying with us here on your program, Both Sides of the Story, Power 106 FM. Still taking your calls on 876-922-4112 to 5. The text line, same as the WhatsApp number, 876-365-3346. Hello to Valerie Weller Peck. She says, good afternoon, everyone. Jessica says, good afternoon. Wishing you God's richest blessings to you and your listeners. Renee Beckley says the Power 106 Jamaica stream has been down since Monday. I tried to hear Althea and the intro ads will play, but no broadcast. I see your live stream. Tune in will not come on either. Well, we're sorry that you're having those issues. We've been talking about them and sharing the information. We trust that there will be a resolution sooner than later. But thank you very much for bringing it to our attention. In the meantime, still taking your calls, 876-922-4112 to 5. Let's go back to the caller. Hello, are you still there?
Yes, sir. I'm still here.
Yes.
You know, I am 100% Jamaican. I love Jamaica. And I don't believe that these people that call themselves politicians really love Jamaica. You know, I had a friend that died sometime. I think it was last week. And up until now, I'm still upset. Because I know the guy, like, it's safe. And we have been voted for our leaders for many, many years. And I think it is time for us as Jamaicans to see some results. You know, this is not about politics, but every time I listen to the, what do you call it, the opposition party, I get upset. They know all the answers to the country is no. And after 22 years, they don't. I've seen Mr. Bunting down in South Manchester talking about police station. When Mr. Bunting spent almost 30 years in Manchester. And it is only today know that I'll get up on the police station. I have seen my uncle to Mandu last week and I was embarrassed. I've taken people to the Mason Hospital and I've been embarrassed. After that government has been in power for 20-something years. It is not this green government that is in power cause all these problems. Because the problem didn't start last week. It didn't start last week. And both of them are a failure. They fail the Jamaican people miserably. We have a grand problem from before I was born. We have this grand problem in Jamaica. It's not last week. Mr. Peter Bunting was one guy who was sleeping in a hotel and he wake up losing watch and a wallet. So it is not last week. And what these guys need to do is to come together, give the police the necessary tools give them the right for stop and search. Because these gunmen, you know, most of these guys who are carrying their gun, you know, they carry it on them all the while. You know. Give the police the right to stop and search people. I am an innocent person. I don't have an illegal gun with me. I goes to my work, and if the police pull me one want a search, I am ready to give them a search. Just to make the country better. People can go about freely in their own country. I was in Kingston watching the trial before the Olympics, and most time it's over like 10 o'clock. And man, I this man, I fret. My heart was beating to know that I'm on the road 10 o'clock because 7 o'clock is my time to get off the road. When I was a younger boy growing up, 10 o'clock was easy for us. We could stay on the road 1, 2 trip. Like there's nobody coming to us. I terrorize, you know. No, you can't go nowhere. You can't go look your friend in a neighborhood because the people just strange car where they know not. You might not come back out. It is full time for our politicians to get this thing together. Stop destroying the country. Stop destroying the country. I'm asking you guys. You know, the other day I was talking to a gentleman from and the people too. The people need to be more patient. You know, I was talking to a guy from Texas the other day. I think Beryl went to Texas about a couple of days after he hit Jamaica. And I was
Yes.
talking to the guy, and the guy told me it's almost a month now in America, which is a first world country. And he told me that there's a lot of people who have back current and yet to the day. Almost a month, and America is a first world country. And I don't think they get it like how we get it in Jamaica. So some of our people need to be more patient and please don't use politics to destroy the country because most of what you are doing is political motivated. And if you get rid of the green government and put in the orange government, it's gonna be the same thing. And maybe worse. We have been there. This government, based on what I know, this government fixed over 100 and something police stations in their power. There's a lot of work they do on the hospital. There's more work to be done. They could do a lot more work. I'm not taking up for neither green or orange, but people must be sensitive within their mind and stop the political thing in Jamaica. Stop it. Don't let politicians use us. Use our brain.
Mhm.
I love this country. I love this country. And I wish the best for Jamaica. But we as Jamaican people, we have to think smart. Don't let politicians use us. Thank you, Mr. Dervan, for hearing me. Thank you,
Thank you
sir.
for
Have the
calling.
rest of the day.
All the best to you too.
Okay.
Take care. This is your program, Both Sides of the Story, Paro 106 FM. Let's go to this message from Neville, otherwise known as Salah. And he says, blessings to you, Dervan. Dervan, is it right for Minister of Education, Favour Williams, to be embracing Ruel Reid? Ruel Reid has been charged with a multi-million-dollar fraud case. What was it that Reid was doing at JTA conference anyway? Minister of Education, Favour Williams, she needs to apologize to the people of Jamaica. How could you embracing someone who has been charged for a criminal offense? Salah from Kingston. The thing, Salah in Kingston, is there is some kind of a stalemate, as I remember it. Some kind of a stalemate as far as the case is concerned. So that might be a bit problematic. That much I remember. But we'll double check. But there's a bit of a stalemate. Thank you for your message, Salah. And this one from Rudolph in Stony Hill saying, Sir Malcolm, pleasant afternoon. Still appealing to the relevant authorities to get Brooks Level Road in Stony Hill fixed. Really in a deplorable state. That is in St. Andrew. Also in front of the market is really bad. Needs cleaning and fixing. And that's from Rudolph in Stony Hill. Thank you for bringing these matters to our attention, Rudolph in Stony Hill. Over to the local government authorities to do what they know they are called upon to do. And another message from Neville, otherwise known as Salah, as we continue to take more of your messages and your calls here on both sides of the story, Power 106 FM. And keep those messages and comments coming in as we continue with more on both sides of the story, Power 106 FM. And Renee Beckley, we see that you're online, and I think we read your message already. Yes, we did. Thank you very much, Renee, for your interest and support as far as both sides of the story on Power 106 FM is concerned. So the lines remain open, 876-922-4112-5. And the text line remains the same, 876-365-3346. 876-365-3346. And let's see who else is messaging us. I think we read Lloyd's message already. Lloyd Berry, aka King Lloyd. And some of the other messages that came in. Thank you very much. As we continue here on both sides of the story, Power 106 FM, James in East London has shared a horrific story. So sad. So things happen all over the world and continue to happen. And some really very dastardly acts at home and abroad. We always say, and we will repeat it, man must be protected from himself. Left to himself, man is perhaps the most destructive creature on the face of the planet. Let's go to the break and come back.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
3:15.
I am Mega Hyper Treats and win a Mega Cash in the Farm to Fortune promotion. Hyper is back with another chance for you to win a share of millions in the Farm to Fortune promotion. Try for the grand prize of $3 million, weekly prize of $100,000 plus daily prizes. To enter, buy any qualifying Hyper feed and take the entry code in the back for your chance to win a Mega Cash in the Hyper Farm to Fortune promotion. Conditions apply. Authorized under Section 58 Player Preventive Gaming and Vouchers Act.
I want to tell the farmers about the Digital Foundation. It not only helps me as a farmer, but it helps my entire community with farming. I want you to know that they have a new thing coming out called 20 for 20 for 20 grants. If you are registered community organization, the disabilities, schools, even farmers, you need to apply for the grant at the Digital Foundation that are.
Thanks a lot for staying with us here on your program, Both Sides of the Story, Power 106 FM. Still streaming live on the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com, taking your calls on 876 922 4112 to 5. 876 922 4112 to 5. The text line, same as the WhatsApp number, 876 365 3346. 876 365 3346. Again, apologies for the technicalities, but we thank you very much for keeping faith with us here on both sides of the story, Power 106 FM, as we listen to your issues, your concerns, your questions, and all that you find perturbing or otherwise disturbing. Feel free to share here on both sides of the story, Power 106 FM. We see Faye Weller saying, "Good afternoon, Mr. Dervan and faithful listeners. I'm here listening. Blessings. Blessings to you too. Thank you for your message." Let's take a call, 876 922 4112 to 5. Hello, good afternoon. Thanks for calling.
Good evening, Mr. Malcolm. How are you doing?
Good afternoon. I'm fine, thanks. And you?
I'm chillaxing.
More power to you.
Okay. Now, I have two very important things this evening. I must congratulate Mr. Vaz for putting foot down and make sure the people who get thing and say some bill they shouldn't get during the burial thing there that the JPS say the bill was zero. So for this month they won't pay no bill until probably next month.
The bill was what? Zero?
If you get a bill and you never have no light within the last 4 weeks, that bill goes zero, saying not supposed to pay anything.
Oh.
Yeah, I want to really thank Mr. Voss, put him foot down and make sure say things go according to expectation. I think every politician who have a portfolio should take a leaf out of their book.
Okay.
The all you are people, them what power them have, because all me them a pay talking.
Well, they can only act within the law. And as long as the law is the way it is, we will continue to get what we've always got.
Okay, so you need to give them some power with more teeth.
That is what is being suggested, yes.
Yeah, so for the new year, or before the year done, them have that thing in place. Okay, next one now. The other day, down at the cherry tree shooting there, I hear the Prime Minister coming out strongly about getting those guys off the street. Last night, today, I hear the news where one Christopher Martin, a well-known entertainer in Jamaica, was having some, and I call it to a different one, so that a week last night for his grandmother. One man dead and 6 people get gunshot. I don't hear much talking about that one. Why is it so?
Well, it's out there.
Yeah, but the power that be, the people have the power we want to hear from them, because what we have discovered now, them call this mass shooting where several people get injured. Just last month we have one and one this month, so we don't know what might happen next month, so people need to start putting them foot down from now.
I think in a twisted way, some people like this kind of an atmosphere. Sadly, tragically, unfortunately, despicably.
I hope this one don't slide through the news last sometime here with them shoot a one man.
And you want to be mindful too that we're talking about people's lives.
Yeah, but what I'm saying,
and it's not a game. It's not a game.
No, I know it's something serious, but for the guy them who going around doing this thing, I think now it's a game. So this one also needs some firm attention to get them off the street. As I see, when there was assembling some team from the security service, like one man from the army, one man from the police, and I think the next one there from Mocha. I'll never forget one of the guys, one of the policemen said, listen, in the area where it happened, somebody know somebody, and somebody know where it was, so they need to come up front and let we tackle the problem. So I'm sure this is the same thing what happened last night. People know people, so they need to make sure when you do this thing and you live to regret it, you don't do it again. But if you do it and get away in your head of business as usual, wrong or right?
Well, the decision makers, we would hope, are in the best position to know how to deal with these matters.
Yeah, because when him pay a fee, him friend about to say, boy, nah, take a chance now because the man never serious nowadays. Now. So you have to send a message in. But I mean, you do it and you go on one expiration, possibly do it again, one expiration, possibly it mean nothing to you. You can't sleep, you know, no place to rest your head. You can't stand up for 5 minutes, you have to keep moving. Make a think twice.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see them treat this one.
We'll be watching.
All right, boss. Thank you very much.
Thank you for the call. All the best.
Right.
Bye-bye. This is your program, Both Sides of the Story, here on Power 106 FM. Still taking your calls on 876-922-4112 Let's see, who is this now? Good evening, both sides of the story. Poro 106 live stream is malfunctioning since Sunday all week. So, internet, go Jamaica, fix it, or is Flow and JPS faults? Question mark. We're still having issues all around. Internet issues, electricity issues, transmission issues, streaming issues. There's a movie, I don't remember which one, with a little boy who says, "It's the times. It's the times." Like, whatever can happen will happen. 876-922-4112-5 are the numbers to call. And the text line is 876-365-3346. 876-365-3346. Keep those messages coming in. And this one. Just going down the line of messages here. H. Morgan in Birmingham says you can reply on here as 106 FM, not streaming. Says H. Morgan in Birmingham. So those issues continue. And we will do the best we can, all other things withstanding. So, Renee Beckley, I thought you would be at the Democratic National Congress in the US, where they continue the preparation. Well, they continue their campaigning. But you still found time to listen to us here on Power 106 FM. We appreciate your listenership and support, and look forward to hearing the information that you have to share with us here on both sides of the story. Although, as I remember it, you don't normally speak, Renee Beckley, but you send us multiple messages from time to time. Thank you very much for keeping us in the loop. All the best. Those numbers to call once again, 876-922-4112-5. And the text line 876-365-3346. And right, so we're going to a break now. And then when we come back from the break, it will be time for more on both sides of the story.
Help us protect Jamaica's borders. Tell us about any illegal guns coming through customs-controlled areas. Call Crime Stop at 311. The time by the Jamaica Customs Agency is
3:30. What is independence? Independence means self-sufficiency, sustainable. It means developing the capacity to grow what we eat and eat what we grow smartly. Hypo continues to be your source of quality agricultural inputs and technical support to make sure Jamaica produces the best quality crops, poultry, and livestock. We sacrifice to achieve political independence. Let's work together to secure our food independence. Grow with Hypro. How much do you know about spices and the impact they have on your everyday life? Join us every first and third Thursday during Farm Talk with Althea McKenzie at 6:18 a.m. for Spice of Jamaica. We'll give you tips, tidbits, and interviews about the revitalization and sustainability of the Jamaican spices, including ginger, turmeric, and pimento. That's Spice of Jamaica every first and third Thursday at 6:18 a.m. during Farm Talk with Alfie McKenzie, right here on Power 106 FM. Spice of Jamaica is brought to you by the U.S. Department of Agriculture Food for Progress Jamaica Spices Project.
Thanks a lot for staying with us here on both sides of the story. Power 106 FM. We know that Mr. Crosburn is on the line, but I think we have at least a couple other callers waiting in the wings. So let's go to those. Let's go to those callers who have been holding for a while. Hello, good afternoon. Thanks for calling. Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
You know, I believe that more than 60% of people on the JPS grid can afford solar. Some farmer there.
Mhm.
And these people choose not to acquire solar. These people want to be be a slave to JPS. They want to be on JPS for whatever reason. I do not know. These people have alternatives. They can go. They can have windmill at their place, and they can have solar panels on their house, and they refuse. And they think it is more convenient to be on JPS grid, and they think this will solve their problem, and politicians will solve their problem. The people don't understand they are on their own in a Dervan.
Mm-hmm.
If they do not structure themselves to be independent of JPS grid and the politician, they will forever be in this situation. You know, it will occur and it will reoccur and it will continue to reoccur, and they will complain and they will complain. Only one thing can solve the problem. Get off JPS grid. They have option, Dervan.
Mm-hmm.
They can solar. A lot of people I know are on JPS grid because they are fully solar.
Mm-hmm.
Solar and their domestic and their homes. And next thing again, politicians will not solve their problem. These people invest a lot of their money in the used car business, in second-hand car from Japan. And politicians is now targeting. Politicians see that the used car business is booming, and politicians is targeting with the police these people who acquire used car. Politicians give police their target how much to go there and make and to write all sorts of tickets out there to generate income. That is why when they craft this government in power, this one, they craft the new road traffic act as an income generate to generate income from people the motorists, because they see that there are a lot of cars coming. People are investing heavily in second-hand motor car and cars in general. So they are targeting the industry, the motor vehicle industry, and government is not here to help you. They are like a predator that prey upon the people. They prey in the area where there is progress and where the people are making thrive in their country. They prey upon them. So they craft the new road traffic act to prey upon the people, to generate income from them, to generate large portion of income from them. So you will see the police out there. Every police have their ticket book and they have a target to meet. You understand, Dervan?
Mm-hmm.
So we are in a situation where the politician is raping the country left, right, and center. Which country you go, Dervan? the politician draw up a law that when he retired, he should get the prime minister should get the same pension as the sitting prime minister. You know, after that, now we're in the world that the retired prime minister is getting the same for his pension as what the sitting prime minister is getting. These people are here. These politicians, I don't know when the people is going to wake up and learn that politicians is here to rape their country, to create whatever they can get from their success.
The people have some power to be able to ensure that that doesn't happen, or it is minimized. The chances of that happening are minimized.
I don't think the people are doing anything. I'm not talking about the 30% or the less than 30% of people who vote. That 30% of people who vote in a Dervan, that 30%, you see the low voter turnout, the 30% of people who go to the polls. What percentage of it are the little what they call the diary that run around like some pigs that run around farm campaign, run around the farm for feeding. You know, what percentage of that 30% on both sides? About 28% of those people who call themselves diary who will run. And if their party is hanging people in downtown, they will still support their party, regardless of whatever their party do. That is about 20%. And you have 10% of independent voter who think side. You understand? And when you cut down, when you divide that 30% from diary on both sides to independent voters, it is very minimum. The people are not voting. You understand? So it is the diary voter, the one that you see campaigning down the country like fools and bus joining over with them and them injuring themselves down there. It is those people who is not educated and who is not thinking properly. It's those people who are determining the future of the country in Dervan.
Mm-hmm.
Because the majority of 68% who is not voting and stay away from the process are not contributing because they say it doesn't make sense. They find themselves between a rock and a hard place, and they are not educated enough to support a third party to get rid of these two colonial parties out of power. You know, they should retire these two colonial parties. If they want the country to strive forward, they have to retire these two colonial parties because they mean the people no good. They are there to prey upon them, everyone. They are there to prey upon the people. Anyway, the people make progress.
And you expect some difference if a change of leadership is takes place.
If two persons have been beating you for 60 years, left, right, and center, and robbing you for 60 years, it would be better somebody new come in and do it, Dervan. If you can learn, if two persons have been battering you, for 60 years, and you continue the process, that's telling you, what Einstein said when you do the same thing over and over and seek to get a different result. That is what he defines as madness.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes, that's what he says.
Yeah, so you continue with this one and it don't work, and you continue again and it don't work, to expect a different result. You will not get a different result. It is madness to see your madness. You will not get no different result. So it is better these people make up their mind and change their way of thinking and to get a different party in power. This is what they do, it's better for them. You understand, everyone? And I point out again that the Maroons have been here for some time from the Spaniard, as I said, from the Spaniard who brought them come and they fight alongside the Spaniard and don't want to be slave for the English. And they use all the tactics that they have learned in all the toilet tactics, not only physical tactics, you know, and weaponry tactics they use. They use spiritual tactics so that they brought from Africa to assist them in the victory to overcome the British. And they conquer the British. But what the Maroons
did not do or did not intelligent enough to know to study the white man. They have not studied the white man. They do not know the white man think, or they don't know. Oh, the white man is not a man that you defeat him, and him just chubby man, and some people defeat us. And so that is it. The white man don't operate that way, the one, and these people don't understand that. So you know what happened? The white man again visit their defendant. And visiting them, I'm not sure to hear what they visit again a psychological war upon their defendant. And when they visit them, they were there in their Maroon community with one name. You know, in those days, Maroon has one name, like Nani, Kwaku, Kojo, or whatever. They use one name. And when they visited them, they convinced the Maroon that they should buy the church up in the Maroon villages. The Maroon, those Maroon who fight and win the war. There was no Christian. They was not in church serving Jesus. They was using the ritual and tactics that they brought from Africa or wherever to defeat them. The British is afraid of that. So the British can come and conquer them with the church and Christianize them and allow them to think that all of those black magic and whatever their ancestors used are evil. They would conquer them. So they brought in the church and tell them that you have to go to you have to go to Spanish Town and register. You cannot live up here with one name like a savage. And let them and they would they go into Spanish Town and register in the name of the same soldiers that the ancestors defeat. So you are carrying the name of your enemies. The name that they give them to register at Spanish Town is European name of all those soldiers that the ancestors defeat. So the descendants of those Kojo and Nani, they are carrying the name of their enemy, the defeated soldiers. They are walking around with and calling them name Robin and whatever European name that they have there in Maroon Town. So the British come and defeat them without them even bringing Christianity on them and tell them all these things that their ancestors was doing is black magic and it's bad and it's evil because they cannot conquer it. They are afraid of it.
So having said that, what should happen now?
They know if they Christianize them, the Maroon will never conquer them again. They defeat them. That they cannot use Christianity to conquer the white man again. So they Christianize the Maroon. And the Maroons become weak and parading around with the European defeated soldiers' name. And they can't go to the ancestors, great to call upon the ancestry with that name. So they have defeated the Maroon without the Maroon even know that they have been defeated. A psychological war, they come back and fight at the Maroon. And the Maroon don't even intelligent enough to know. Eh? They are defeated people without them even realize that the white man come back and defeat them, Christianize them. Because wherever the white man go in the West, he use religion and use the Bible to colonize the people and control them. That is what they use in the Maroon. When we was out there in slavery, they taught us to accept the European name and beat us to accept it. The Maroon go and accept it willingly. Bow down Dervan and accept it willingly. The name of the defeated soldier that the ancestors defeat and accept it willingly. Nobody forced it on them. I don't know which foolish colonel they have at the time or which incompetent colonel they have in charge of the Maroon at the time when the Maroon go on and accept the European name and accept the church inside of the Maroon village and accept the defeat. We don't even realize that they've been defeated. They're weak. What the ancestors do, they can't go out again. They were defeated.
Hold a moment, please.
You're listening to Pearl 106 FM. The time is now
3:45. Whether you're overseas or in Jamaica, everybody wants their little piece of yard. Well, that's where a JMB Bank Mortgage comes in. With JMB, you'll get more support, more incentives, more benefits, more coverage with JMB Insurance Brokers. And also, we give you more time to repay. Your JMB mortgage expert will answer all of your questions and guide you through every step along the journey. You're not alone with JMB. Contact us at info@jmb.com and learn how you can get more than just a mortgage.
Morning Agenda continues the tradition of providing a unique platform for healthy public debate. Weekdays from 7:15 to 9 a.m. Join Jody and Corey on Mondays and Tuesdays and Kemwan McEachron on Wednesdays and Thursdays, while they alternate on Fridays as they set the agenda and break down the issues and keep you informed on what matters to you most. Morning Agenda, speaking with the stakeholders, movers and shakers of our day, serving listeners in Jamaica and around the world. Stay tuned to the Morning Agenda on Power 106 FM, weekdays 7:15 to 9 a.m., where we set the agenda.
Thanks for holding. Please continue.
Yes, if you pose around with the European name, you're a shadow. You're a shadow of the European. And that is what happening. The Maroon now integrated in the general population. They have the European name and they register the European. So they become a shadow of they become now a shadow of the European, and they Christianize them. So they become weak as everybody else. They can speak of what their ancestors do. They have defeated their ancestors. They shame their ancestors. They are a disgrace to their ancestors. Whosoever accept the church and accept the European name and let them and let them put aside the tradition, the tradition, the ritual and tradition of their ancestors. They should be ashamed of themselves. The Maroon up there, all of them, they should be ashamed of themselves. They let down their ancestry. They let down their ancestry. How come you be a Maroon and you're walking around telling people like your name Williams and Robinson and all those European names, all those soldiers names that your ancestors defeated? Huh? They are a disgrace to their ancestors.
So what do they need to do now to redeem themselves?
Huh? Why do you think first of all, they have to get rid of their European name and go to their ancestors and beg their ancestors for forgiveness? Because they become a disgrace and try to learn about the tradition. So that is what will keep them, keep the ritual and tradition of their ancestors. They are they have thoroughly let down their ancestors who was not around with the European name, and it was not forced upon them. Like it was forced upon us out there. They beat us out there in slavery to accept it. But the Maroon go, can you imagine? The Maroon go and accept it willingly. Willingly. And then now they're talking about their indigenous people with European name. Huh? These people are shameless, man. And a disgrace to their ancestry. Walking around telling people that they are Williams and Robinson and all these European names. These West Africans. Which was not, they were not in slavery. They were not in slavery, not Dervan.
Mm-hmm.
While the rest of us was in slavery, there was free people and have an agreement to return back the slaves. How come they end up with European name? Because they let the army restrict them to go and accept it to register and punish down. Eh? What a letdown of their ancestry. What a disgrace to their ancestry.
Well, you could have seen it coming as well, because they gave in to the request to try and capture the Maroons who ran away.
Yes, the slaves who run away.
The slaves, right.
Yes, and this is what happened to them. They let down their ancestry. You can imagine? They have this European name, and right now the majority of them forget the tradition, the tradition and ritual of their ancestry. Eh? How can you go to write your ancestry? To write your ancestry and your name Williams and Robinson. The ancestry will even be in our mind. Eh? They're place up there, man. And then they come and telling us that they are indigenous people. They are defeated people. They are defeated people. They're weak. They couldn't even fight anyone. They couldn't fight the war. It's not only physical war and weaponry war the Maroon was fighting, The Maroon was fighting spiritual warfare, against the British. The British are trouble. We trouble kill them. We kill them out of their witch. And now you're talking about your name Robinson Williams. Eh? The same people that the ancestors fighting, you have them name. Eh? Then if you have your enemy, Dervan, you find out that your children or your grandchildren come with the name of your enemy. Now, how would you feel? Eh?
Yeah.
To say that your children, your offspring carrying the name of your enemy that you fight for many years. Eh?
What about the thinking that they are, or the thought that they are, they didn't have a choice?
They have tried. They have a choice. They didn't have to let in the they didn't have to let in the church up there. And they didn't have to use the European name. They could have find some West African surname and use. They didn't have to accept. They didn't have to accept European name, They didn't have to accept the church in there. If you go up in there compound now, you see the big Presbyterian church up there. Then the church coming on them. They didn't have to invite the church up there. Because the church come in there with their plan, as the same plan when the church went to Congo when Leopold sent the church in the Congo with the mission. The church went in Maroon with the mission to defeat them, to assist in their defeat.
Mm-hmm.
The church is used in colonial days as a weaponing of Dervan. The weaponize the church, Weaponize religion, Use a weapon, the European use religion as a weapon because when they Christianize, they can't use Christian belief and defeat them. But they were afraid of the rituals and spirituality that the Maroon was using that cleared them out of their wit. So they want to Christianize them and get rid of that and tell them all those things are bad and evil. And they succeed in doing it. They succeed in doing it. The Maroon allow them to succeed.
Sounds like there might have to be a rewriting of the curriculum.
Yeah, no, and nobody talk about these things. And nobody write about these things at universities. Nobody write on these things. And nobody speak about it that the Maroon were defeated. Nobody want to speak about it. Only thing they talk about how the Maroon defeat the British. When I talk about how the British come back and defeat them psychologically war, fight without them even recognize that it has been fought. Eh? So you remember the war that the Asian defeated Napoleon in 80? Eh?
Yes.
The white man, the stupid man waiting 80 will never better. You can never defeat the white man and the white man show up. You will live in turmoil. They will come back some farm, shape, or some powder one. They're not going to chop there and say, oh, some black people defeat them. Eh? The white man is not like that. These people don't study the ways and thinking of the white man. If you defeat the white man, you think the white man going to run home like a wimp and say, oh, you defeat him. You have to continue to defeat him. That is why the 80 will never better. Why think they in turmoil as it is in today?
Yes,
they have already conquered they already conquered the Maroon, so they know thinking about the Maroon. The Maroon already has become a shadow of the white man, of European name, and Christianize them up there. So they're not even worried about the Maroon. Because they defeat the Maroon, and the Maroon are not even smart to know that they've been defeated. They're not even smart enough and intelligent enough to know that they have been defeated, Dervan.
I was just trying to find a message that a listener sent about having mixed heritage.
Yeah.
But I'm not seeing it.
Mixed heritage people can never be united. Look at all the united, the people never united. That's what percentage of their race is mixed. You can't mix, you can't unite that. You can't unite mixed heritage. People without belief and background and different type of spirit that mix up together. You can't unite the people like that. You will only have what we have here in the country now. You know, you don't out of many one people. You can have a people out of many mixed breed people all over, and you have I expect them to unite. In Dervan, that will never happen. The Chinese can unite because a small percentage of the Chinese are in China, isn't it? And the less mixed races in the country, they unite and work together. But of course, when you have so much a mixed race on out of many, you will never get them to unite. You will have people behave that them better than this, and you will have a lot of classism and racism and all kinds of ism. They can never unite. It will never happen. It never happen. So people can't put them on this and fool themselves and continue to fool themselves. That people will have chaos. You will have chaos on what we have here. And politicians trying to rip them off and rape them left, right, and center from people not to hear.
So the message says, hey, Dervan, listening to the caller who is annoyed with the fact that we carry European names. My family name is Robinson. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. And I understand why other people carry European name because it was forced upon them and the plantation, Dervan.
Yeah.
It was forced upon them on the plantation. Remember, some plant that stamp their name and their brand their name and they say. But when the Maroon get the name, how come the Maroon end up with European name? Tell me now. When I understand people was in slavery, it was forced upon them. Oh, does the Maroon come by Dervan? They wouldn't accept it. I understand that the regular slave and the plantation, it was forced up on him. But how does the Maroon come with European name? You tell me that now, Dervan. Oh, how the Maroon have a European name?
That's part of the
Maroon was up there are three people with one name, Kwaku, Kojo, and whatever. How come the Maroon end up with European name? That is the part of the history we must fit in. How the Maroon come by European name, Dervan.
Maybe they were in default mode.
The Maroon allowed the church to come in and the people come in and tell them that they can have one name up there, Dervan. They are like savage with one name. A person having one name. And they should have two names. And they should go and they should go to Spanish Town and register at Spanish Town. And they gave them the name. They gave them the name that they should go to Spanish Town and register, and they gave them, and the Maroon accepted. I wonder who was the colonel at that time. We should do some research. Dervan, who was the fellow colonel with the Maroon at that time. Who was this disastrous colonel in those days when these things happened? Who was the colonel? Who was the chief in charge of the Maroon in those days? Those betrayal chief, those uneducated chief at that time when these things happened there in the Maroon. Who accept the European name and who accept the church in the Maroon community. That is where the downfall. That is where the downfall begins. In a Dervan?
Yeah, you said accept the
European name.
Uh-huh.
But the thing
and the church. The Maroons are against the church?
The Maroon, the ancestors was not Christian. Kojo and Nani and Kwaku, they was not Christian. They did not in a church and pray to Jesus to defeat the British. They were not Christian. They were not Christian, Dervan.
Somebody here says the caller is majoring in the minor. Hold a moment, please. One moment.
At Wellington Dental, they offer cleaning, filling, whitening, and other services for the entire family. The time by Wellington Dental is
4 o'clock. Looking to take your agricultural business to the next level? New growth opportunities are here with the Development Bank of Jamaica. Small farmers, agri-processors, and all MSMEs in the agriculture sector can access up to $30 million in loans. Visit us at www.tbankjm.com or send us a WhatsApp text message at 876-371-3830 to find out about our agri-biz loans. Conditions apply.
Tell a farmer, tell a friend, we need DJ have some for them. Alright, we are trying to build back better.
Shop in ease and comfort at Music Mart. Get everything music: pianos, keyboards, acoustic and electric guitars, drums, amplifiers, recording equipment, instruction texts, and reference books. Shop online at www.musicmart.biz or visit 8 South Avenue, Kingston 10, or call 876-960-7712. Music Mart, Jamaica's only complete music store.
So back to the caller and what he was saying about majoring in the minor.
What do these people that call it, who are posing up there now as Maroon, what they have to align themselves to their ancestry? What is it? They have no custom and tradition of their ancestors. They have no name to link them with it. Tell me now, what they have there to align themselves with their ancestors? Tell me. Since they are majoring in minor, what do those people they are posing as Maroon, what do they have to align themselves with their ancestry? Apart from the talk about the peace treaty and war that their ancestors, what they have there to align themselves with? They have nothing. What they have to align themselves to their ancestry? What they have there? They don't know their ancestors' customs and tradition and rituals. They don't know it. They don't have no name of their ancestors. They have nothing to align themselves to their ancestors. But what they have there? What they have up there? Which of the Maroon community? What they have to align themselves to their ancestors? They're posing around the European name. What they have to align themselves to their ancestry?
Sounds like you have long disassociated yourself from them.
Huh?
Sounds like you have disassociated yourself from them.
A long time ago. Because I found out that they've been defeated. My grandmother is from the one up there up in Portland, Motown. They are defeated people. They are defeated people, Dervan. The white man would come back at them. The white man would have to come back at them because they did not study the white man. And they have nothing to align themselves with their ancestors. Nothing. One posing around with European name and calling themselves Maroons.
So for those who would say, what's the big deal? It's no big deal. You win some and you lose some.
The thing they have is the moral authority now to call themselves Maroon.
Well, that's up to them.
They are worse than a shadow of the Maroon. They are worse than a shadow of their ancestry. That is why you think England, with them in this state, you think England recognize them in this state, they become Christian now and they have European name. You think England recognize them as though they recognize the ancestry. The level of respect that the ancestors get that defeated England. You think these water weird on people here that call them out will get the same respect? How can you go to England as a Maroon representative when you go there and tell the English that your name Robinson, or your name Williams, or whatever your name, as a Maroon? The British would make a mockery of you. You can lead a delegation as Maroon to England now, and you got your name Robinson, Dervan, and you go to the Royal Palace and tell them that your name from Robinson or whatever European name you have, and you lead a delegation of Maroon there,
Well, they would perhaps. Yeah.
You don't know to embarrass yourself. You lead a delegation of Maroon to England, and your name go tell the royal family there that your name Robinson and Williams. Yeah, Papa Show. What respect you will get up here, Dervan?
Whatever respect it takes to get to that level. Whatever respect it takes to get to that level.
That is what they have come to. That is what they have come to. That's why the government here show them no respect either. You see the practice with them up here in our compound and the government recently. Don't the government nowadays have declared no respect for them now. Because they have lost their way a long time ago. they have allowed, they did allow the British a long time ago to come back in and defeat them. They are defeated people, Dervan.
Mhm. So what will your child or children be told in history class after this?
After about the Maroon,
Mm.
the British have come back and defeated them physically, not physically, psychologically, and mentally. They have lost their way, they have lost their ritual, they have lost their tradition. They don't know what, they don't know what the ancestors used to defeat the British. They don't know the ritual, they don't know the tradition, they don't know nothing. They have lost their way. They have no respect again. You know?
Well, it sounds like you have been a student. It sounds like you have been a student of the Maroons in terms of knowing their history and coming to certain conclusions and publicly sharing those thoughts to whoever will listen.
So whoever will listen, let them look into it. Let them think about it. What I'm saying, I say it's making any sense. I'm here talking nonsense. So let them to lead a delegation of Maroon to England to make any representation about the treaty or whatever, and let them introduce themselves as Robin, Bear, and William, or whatever European name they have. Tell them to do it. Tell them to do that, Dervan. Let them go there and embarrass themselves. And let them go there to embarrass themselves.
Well, it's up to them.
Yes. That is what it is watered down to Dervan. That is what it has come to, and nobody wants to speak about it. So have to speak about it. Nobody wants to speak about these things, you know. So we have to call a spade a spade. Nobody wants to talk about, nobody even write about it, Dervan. You have no other book, anybody have written about these things. How defeated the Maroons are.
There's general information in the public domain.
Huh?
There is general information in the public domain. So people.
Nobody have written about these things. Okay, Dervan. So I'll leave it to you. Enjoy the rest of the day now, Dervan.
All right. Thank you. Thanks for the call.
Yes.
Take care. This is your program, Both Sides of the Story, Poro 106 FM. Quite a few messages have come in since the last time we checked. Bless up, Mr. Malcolm. Enough respect. Good afternoon. I would love to hear Mr. Phillips' views on this JPS situation. Get the former minister of the program on the program, Sir Malcolm. Well, I'm not sure who will be rushing towards the program right now as opposed to running away. But so Stephen Barnes taps Philip Paulwell on the shoulder in a manner of speaking. And he says, love to hear from the technology and energy man, Philip Paulwell. Reason why I refer to him as such, it's due to the fact that he touts himself as such. And in relation to violent crimes, Damien saying these criminals are getting even way more bolder, more than ever. And Damien says, nowadays, it doesn't even seem to be safe to attend parties these days. And Donovan Crumby, hello to you. And Damien says, this man is talking facts. JM Master Songwriter Miss B says, greetings, Miss B. And thank you for spreading the word to share the listenership by asking that the like button be pressed. So, all right, so a lot more messages coming in. Let's see, someone is on this line holding. Let's. Oh goodness, Mr. Crosburn. Good afternoon, Mr. Crosburn. How are you, sir?
Yeah, good afternoon, Sir Dervan, to you and all the listeners. Good afternoon.
Afternoon. My sincerest apologies. Had you holding on the line there for a little while. Sorry about that.
Not an issue, Mr. Dervan. You will walk a mile to be on your platform.
Oh, you're very kind.
Yeah, I really called to, in response to the earlier caller who mentioned about the oil, but just to clarify a lot of distortion that the previous caller make. There's a lot of distortion in his records. I'm not here to be confrontational, but just for the accuracy of the information. I'll start by saying, Dervan, start by even what you read to a couple of days. The sugar industry started in the Azores and Madrid in Spain. It was from there they took sugar and the sugarcane plant and brought it to Jamaica. So when the first sugar factory was built in Seville,
in St. Anne.
Seville in St. Anne.
Mm-hmm.
At that time, slaves were already brought from Spain. In 1509, there's a record that the first slave trade started in 1509. But to go forward, the first Maroon War was in 1739. At that time,
that's with Mr. Trelawney.
Come again?
Trelawney, the name of the.
I wanted to understand that clearly too. That's something that needs to be researched and properly sorted out. Because the Maroon Town, you have Maroon Town, which was separate from Trelawney. Or Trelawney Town, which was separate from Trelawney, because the parish of Trelawney is a new parish. The parish of Trelawney came into being in 1759. That time you already have the Maroon War from 1739, and the mention in the Maroon Treaty about Trelawney Town. If you research Dervan, Trelawney Town came before the existence of Trelawney, the parish of Trelawney. Are you with me there?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so you have Trelawney Town. And then later down, you have the parish of Trelawney, which came into being in 1750. So I'm saying, apparently, there was an earlier Trelawney for which Trelawney Town was named. Right? And to just for clarity, the Presbyterian Church and the Congregational Church came long after the Maroon War. And the church, the Presbyterian Church up in Maroon Town, that was long after the...
Hold a moment, please. We have to take the break. One moment, please.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
4:15. Looking to take your agricultural business to the next level? New growth opportunities are here with the development back of Jamaica. Small farmers, agri-processors, and all MSMEs in the agriculture sector can access up to $30 million in loans. Visit us at www.dbankjm.com or send us a WhatsApp text message at 876-371-3834.
That's a distortion.
Agri-loans. Conditions apply.
That's right.
Tiles, and more tiles. It's the Totally Tile sale event at Home and Things. Enjoy up to 70% off select mosaic tiles. Check out our new arrivals of elegant Spanish porcelain and stylish ceramics at unbelievably low prices. Save big on A-grade floor and wall tiles. Trendy designs, colors, and sizes. We've got it all. Plus other discounts store-wide. Catch the Totally Tile sale event now on at Home and Things, Old Hope Road and Constant Spring Road. Lots of tiles, lots of styles.
Thanks for holding. Please continue.
Really good for maybe a committee. The government should set up a committee to clear up some of these distortion and of the matter that everybody sing on one from one song sheet and take away the dissipating of energy from our society, and we just move forward as a unified force. I would love to see that. Too much distortion in this information. For example, the parish of Portland is a new parish. New. Portland is just what? Portland was formed in 1723. So it's a new parish. So when you have the Maroons from that, the Windward Maroons, it was in the parish. The parish of Portland was in existence. They predates the parish of Portland. But that's for another story. But the main point that I wanted really to zone in on is the caller who mentioned about how we are not hearing much on the announcement of the finding of oil. I did a press conference up in England and released it. I think it was held at our High Commission, and the oil company announced, could be about 3-4 weeks ago, that Jamaica has found oil in the quantity of about 840 billion US dollars. And I say, whoa, 840 billion US. But we are to keep in mind that the country will only get about 30% of that. Each barrel, the country, in Guyana, they are squealing that only 30% of the value of the oil goes to the country, and the oil company keeps 70%. So I'm saying we should, as a country, begin to think and see how we can pull back a little more than the 30% by innovating things. And like the gentleman from KIC Ventures said, technology. We are to look and see what technology we can offer to this oil company when they come, and we as a country can get more than the 30%. That would be on the table. And I said this to say, the United Nations months earlier from January put in front of us and say, here it is. You are to be quantify that what the country is to get from the 6 million genocide and the 5 million tons of sugar produced by free labor. We quantify that to be 9.4 trillion. I'm saying we are to put in place a determined committee and quantify how we are going to establish a budget, a developmental budget, and finance this budget from the 9.4 trillion, either from the United Nations, which we need to have some special thank you to them for saying, for quantifying this for us and putting it on the table, which changed the whole dynamics of our situation. If we can think and apply, as one earlier caller was saying, we are to, it's a different game, it's a different ball game for Jamaica. And it is in our hands, and we are to unite and be on the same page and recover this 9.4 trillion over a 30-year period from 2026 to 2056. We should add and spend our developmental budget of 0.34 trillion US dollars on top of all the we have now. We should be spending another 0.34 trillion US dollars to develop our country and make our country, transform our country to be the paradise on the globe. What are your thoughts?
Absolutely. It's about time.
Indeed, I thank you. And I hope the 3 million Jamaicans and the 6 million outside just come together as one and push forward to this, change the whole dynamics and say by 2056, Jamaica will be the paradise on the globe. I don't know, Dervan, I don't want to say it, but I must say it. I'm going to tell you why I say it. I am saying this. I think we should change the dynamics by dividing the 30-year period, 2056 to 2026 to 2056, as 30 years. I think we should divide it in 4, expand the term 5 years, and the governance issue would be over 7.5 years. One party serve 7.5, the other serve alternatively. Whatever the people choose, but we would upgrade the 5 years to 7.5 years. But they're going to serve on the basis of the new matrix. We are going to sign off on a new matrix that's going to govern Jamaica, which the matrix, I won't go into it in any detail, but I know on top of the matrix is what the interview that I did with the gentleman, Mr. from KIC Ventures, who said we should have a technological fund.
Dr. Kingsley Chin.
Yes, I think that would be a line item on in the budget. Then you have education, health. And in my budget, in my matrix, my new matrix, security would come way down, because I would incentivize people to know that we are a civilized country and we are going to contribute towards the peace. And I would give them an incentive to behave themselves and to know that what we are. I'll give a quick, I'm rounding up now, but look at this. It is from 1945 that Anna Eleanor Roosevelt, the 4th term United States President, First Lady, came to Jamaica. She came to Vernon Field and she spent four days in Jamaica, Vernon Field and elsewhere in Kingston. And so she said, humanity
That is what her vision and her mission was about, because she put on the United Nations agenda the two terms. One is reparation, and two was genocide. That was the first time her strident, um, her strident advocacy caused those two terms to be placed in the United Nations. And she came here, she left from here and toured all of the Caribbean countries in the month of March 9, March 1945. She came to Burnham Peel, then leave from Burnham Peel, leave from Jamaica and go right up the chain of islands. And I'm saying, she came with that. And what are we doing? How is our humanity? Where is the humanity one towards another? Where is that? Although she came and set out that agenda for us.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I've said a lot, and I thank you for the opportunity. And let us, as a people, just rethink our agenda and grasp the opportunity to make a new way forward for Jamaica, and that by 2056, Jamaica will be the paradise on the globe. Thank you very kindly. Continue to be strong, and blessings always.
Same to you, Mr. Crossburn. Thank you for the call.
Yes.
Take care. All the best. This is your program, Both Sides of the Story, Power 106 FM, still streaming live on the Cleaners website, go-jamaica.com. Taking your calls on 876-922-4112-5. Text line, same as the WhatsApp number, 876-365-3346. A lot of interactions here now. Neville, otherwise known as Salah, says Ruel Reed, he is going back to court in September. Dervan, I remember Isaac Buchanan's scenario when he referred a cartel song about the DPP. The whole of mainstream media was upset with Buchanan. Why are you people that upset that they are in mainstream media are not saying the same about Minister Favour Williams embracing someone who has been charged for a criminal offense? That's why young people do not bother to listen to mainstream media anymore. Young people turning to TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and X. Mainstream media, they're losing it, says Salah from Kingston. Thank you, Salah from Kingston, for your message. This one says, hi, Mr. Malcolm. It would be great if Jamaicans came off the JPS grid. But contrary to what the caller just said, installing solar costs millions of dollars. And frankly, the majority of us cannot afford it. And that's from Angie in Kingston. Thank you for the message, Angie in Kingston. Here's a message from Leroy. Oops, we'll have to take a break. Let's take the break and come back.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
4:30. How much do you know about spices and the impact they have on your everyday life? Join us every first and third Thursday during Farm Talk with Althea McKenzie at 6:18 a.m. for Spice of Jamaica. We'll give you tips, tidbits, and interviews about the revitalization and sustainability of the Jamaican spices, including ginger, turmeric, and pimento. That's Spice Up Jamaica every first and third Thursday at 6:18 a.m. during Farm Talk with Anthony McKenzie, right here on Power 106 FM. Spice Up Jamaica is brought to you by the U.S. Department of Agriculture Food for Progress Jamaica Spices Project.
Thanks for staying with us here on your program, Both Sides of the Story, Power 106 FM. Still taking your calls on 876-922-4112 to 5. And the text line, same as the WhatsApp number, 876-365-3346. Leroy Robinson says, Dervan, the same caller was on was on yesterday saying the same thing over and over. Dervan, the same caller was on the air yesterday saying the same thing over and over. And we just did it again. Thank you for your call. Let's take another message. Horace, otherwise known as Spider, says, Mr. Malcolm, I'm not going to stop. Where does it start? I'm not. Mr. Malcolm. Mr. Malcolm, I'm not going to stop talking about the green plate thing. It's one of the most oppressive things, dishes. Oh gosh, something is missing here. Let's see. Mr. Malcolm, I'm not going to stop talking about the green plate thing. Oh yes, the green plate. Got you. Yes. That's the situation where regular motorist is charged for transporting items which might very well be his own, but yeah, there's a policy in place that penalizes those who are at unawares when it comes to doing all that they pick up and put down and not sporting the correct plates, the correct registration plates. We still have to tackle that one. We haven't been able to get anyone from the Island Traffic Authority to give us a little more on that. We need to follow up. Anyway, the message goes on to say, Mr. Malcolm, I'm not going to stop talking about the green plate thing. It is one of the most oppressive things dished out to the small businesses in Jamaica. When I do my investigation, it's shocking to what I found out. When you're able to, please share with us. Horace, otherwise known as Spider. Kermit says, hey Dervan, the streaming went down from Monday. Can you say what's going on with it? I'm like a fish out of water here in Canada. Terribly sorry to hear of your plight, Kermit. You're not alone. Not that that is any comfort, but we regret that that situation remains the same. We trust the team is getting closer and closer at resolving whatever technicalities there are. And let's see, Nikki J says, good evening, Nikki J. And Kerry Gordon, thank you for checking in as well, and all the others. Thank you very much. Let's take some more of your calls and some more messages. Hello, good afternoon. Thanks for calling.
Good afternoon, Mr. Malcolm.
Good afternoon.
How are you?
I am giving thanks for life. And you?
Definitely, same way. Giving thanks to life, we get to see another day. Many persons don't get to see today.
That's right.
Well, as you said, there's a lot to go through, a lot going through now, and still a lot more. And trust me, there's a lot I want to talk to you about, which today won't be enough to deal with them. But couple of things I want to talk about real quick. One of them, I mentioned about the solar thing.
Yes.
I, for one, I am an advocate for that in solar energy. And I keep saying this, and people not taking it seriously. But do you know, Mr. Malcolm, that Jamaica purchase and uses over 10,000 barrels of oil per day? Per day, over 10,000 barrels. That's a lot of money. I keep saying solar. We have solar, we have sun, we have wind, we have over 120 rivers. We can do hydro. There's three main natural sources where we can get energy from, right? Natural resources, and the government after government and the persons responsible are not doing anything about it. I don't know why. It's as if they're waiting, which it seems to be with a lot of our natural resources, waiting for the foreign person to come in, invest in this thing, and reap it, and then sell it back to the government, and the government buy it, as if they said they do have no sense.
Well, there has been some movement, hasn't there, in terms of that solar. There's a solar farm. Is it Westmoreland or somewhere in that region?
Yes, some movement, but with the Malcolm, like it going at snail pace.
Oh.
I put forward this thing. Yes, the solar thing is gonna cost, but we're talking. I mean, the government has always talked about long-term investment and long-term this. This solar thing is a long-term thing, and I keep saying, look, since it's so expensive, why not the government do it gradually? Start with all government buildings, hospitals, schools, etc. Solar the place, right? Even if you don't want to do away with JPS totally, but guess what? Make it that at least 80 or 90% of our government buildings are solar powered. Do you know how much money the government could save from just doing that alone, for just government buildings alone? And here it is. I'm giving them the solution while I'm talking to you.
Unsolicited advice.
Then after you've done that, then with so much construction going on, you let it mandatory that all new housing scheme, apartments, whatever, must have at least 80 to 90% solar. Must have at least that. Again, how much money they'll be saving. Hotels, same thing. Listen, man, the amount of money this country will be saving. Now, some time ago it was mentioned where, I think there's some agreement between the government of Jamaica and the owners of JPS. I don't remember the name, right? It's some electricity bill or something like that. And I'm saying, the amount of money we will be saving from energy, we could buy out back that company and say thank you very much for your service and operate the thing ourselves. But for time and time again, year after year, we allow foreign people in the name of investment come in, harness all of our natural resources, and then the government, buys it back from them as if to say we are getting a big deal. That don't make sense. So I want to put out that and hope that those in power listen, and don't just listen, but do some action. As Tanya would say, no bag of mouth. Action. You understand? Action.
No, Tanya, Nadine.
Nadine. Nadine. You know?
Yeah.
The other one is, I hear the person talk about the maroons and all of that. And I'm a young man in my early 50s. And I've been hearing about repatriation and all these things from Milico, right? Up to this day. And I'm taking it that it's all about trying to get back some money. Because as pharmacies, that seems to be the root of all of it. This repatriation and Maroon and Rastafarian and all of this need to get back this and get back. It's all about the money. That's what I'm gathering. And it has not been happening how much years now, and we're still talking about it. We're still looking at it. I mean, why I see on the internet or on TV, some persons come and make some apologies for what they did or something. And I mean, that's it. That is it.
From the Malcolm clan.
Thing there for whole land. It don't make sense. That's a point. No, I am one person who believes that honestly, we should have never gained independence from Britain. Because we cannot govern, and it has been proven after almost 60 years, 62 years, we still can't govern our own self. Right? Jamaica, Mr. Malcolm, is not a big country now. Approximately 3 million persons in Jamaica. It's not a big country. It don't take a lot to run Jamaica. And these persons in power seem to make it be a big thing and this is that. And it's not a big country, right? All it takes is for the government of this country to care about people. To care about people living way up in the hills who don't have no light, don't have no water, no road, right? And it doesn't take a lot. If we the money we could save from this energy thing, we could easily send water to anybody to as far as Blue Mountain Peak. Any time of the day, everybody would have light, water, road, because of the amount of money we'll be making from this thing. We'll be saving, which we can invest back in the country. Now, I am calling on the Minister of National Security, the Minister of Health, right? The Minister of Energy to do the honorable thing and hand in their resignation to the government, to the Prime Minister. And I'm calling on the Prime Minister to do the honorable thing and hand in his resignation to the Governor General. Because they have failed the people of this country. They have failed, right? It shouldn't take 7-8 persons being killed for you to start make hullabaloo about it. One person being killed, you need to make hullabaloo about it. It has to be 8 or 7 or 9. Just one person, and time again, year after year, these things happen. Whether it be a woman, whether it be an elderly person, whether it be a disabled person being killed, and they make hullabaloo about it, and nothing seriously is being done. Nothing serious. We have police, we have soldier, and it's only when these things happen we react, right? How many times you see things happening on the roadway and no police about? No police doing them job. Where are they? You can't find them. Little rainfall, they are missing. These things need to stop. Jamaica is not a big country. These things need to stop. Now we get a new commissioner of police. And honestly, I am not satisfied with his performance. Because I expect him to become running into the post, running into the field with all his plan, because he knows what he's supposed to know what is going on and come with a proper plan for this country, for fighting crime. But obviously he doesn't have that, because you still have these problems. And they will make a big thing about 2% reduction in crime. 2% reduction in crime, that is rubbish. 2% and what? The other 98% is pure crime. And you're giving yourself a pass mark for 2%. That is rubbish.
Hold a moment, please. One moment.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
4:45. Here is a financial literacy tip from your friends at Power 106 FM. Guard your health. If you're uninsured, don't wait to apply for health insurance. If employed, your employer may offer health insurance, including high deductible health plans that save on premiums. Look at quotes from different insurance providers to find the lowest rates. Research all your options to see if you qualify for a subsidy based on your income.
Thanks for holding. Please continue.
Yes, sir. No, you know, Jamaicans and our whole, also, yes, other people, we need to take responsibility as well for where the country is at.
Well
Right?
said.
We need to take responsibility, not just the government and the police. We need to take responsibility just the same, right? And if we're because you find that a lot of times things happen, people think, people know, nobody's saying anything, nobody's doing anything about it, right? And we need to take responsibility, right? So I'm just saying, I mean, if we can change it, because if even right now we're talking back to school, and some schools are still not up and ready for September morning, right? And then you find that children are still not ready, don't have the necessary stuff to go back to school. Because again, a lot of us, a lot of Jamaicans were waiting on this handout, free thing from government or whatever for back to school stuff. When yet still, some of us are spending money on the parties and this and all these things before, and obviously looking to other people for the handout for them back to school for their own kids. We need to take responsibility. Sometimes come out in this country, it has been said a lot of times, persons in Jamaica them do certain things and be a certain way, and then them reach foreign is a total different case. Them adhere to all the rules and regulation over there. And yet still in Jamaica they are not adhering to the rules and regulation because what? It is not being enforced. Right? It is not being enforced. Yes, person's not going to like you, person's going to grumble and all these things. But it is not being enforced, right? Until you enforce the thing, because that is how it seems a lot of us Jamaicans know how to do. When you enforce the thing and you stand up, they will see that you're serious and then they start to change. This thing has been going on year after year, as I said, and my young man, 50, long time I hear about this, and it's the same problems year after year. Nothing changed, nothing done. Election commanded big Alabalu and everybody, and goes right back to doing the same thing. Everybody making promises. Oh, we're going to do this if you put us in power. We're going to do this or we're going to do that. Nothing changed. It still go back to the same foolishness. Same foolishness going on. And again, it doesn't take a lot to run this country. All it takes is the government, people caring about people. I would encourage you, Mr. I don't know if you see, but I think it is President, the Prime Minister of Grenada, the new Prime Minister, I think his name is Mitchell. There was a 2-page thing in the Sunday Gleaner some time ago where he basically gave a blueprint of how to run a country with a workforce, people as priority, and so be treated as priority. He gave the blueprint. It was in the Gleaner some couple months or a year ago, right? The new Prime Minister of Grenada, right? I encourage those people to read it, and if you haven't seen it, to look at it. But it's a very, very well written and well informed article. So again, I just want to make those points. I really hope that those that we will read it to that. This country of Jamaica, we are rich. It's a rich country, yes, rich in natural resources. We have it. Nobody in Jamaica should be living in that zinc fence house and no road and no light and no water and have to block road for these things. These things should be not natural everyday things, right? Can we have it? And see there, same like South Africa, Africa is rich in all sorts of things, and what? All other countries is mining and digging out and taking all of these riches from Africa. Same thing happening to us. Same thing happening to us. right? And this thing need to change. Jamaicans, should not always say that you're not supposed to have a poor Jamaican in this country because Jamaica is so rich. You're not supposed to have a poor Jamaican. We deal with the guns here, with guns not coming. We're not making guns here. Plug the thing, and persons in power know where the holes are. They know it. Anyway, I just want to say that, but one last thing, Mr. Malcolm, is
Yes.
I am concerned because I don't hear anything about it, and it's only probably when the you might say this person follow David, but I've not seen or hear anything about Omar Davis. I've not seen or hear anything in the longest while from Robert Pickersgill. I've not seen or hear anything about Peter Phillips. I've not seen or hear anything in the longest while from Mike Henry and other former ministers as to what is going on with them. Where are they now? Are they alive? Are they here? Do they need help? What is going on with them? As I said, you only hear at the end of the day, we sadly regret to say John so-and-so died last night. We shouldn't have to wait until that happens. They have been at the helm Ardley Shaw. I haven't seen anything about Ardley Shaw. What's going on with these persons?
Yeah.
So I don't know if you can shed some light on their well-being or what is going on with them if they are here. What is happening?
I don't know. It's a matter of choice, really, whether you want to bow out gracefully or you want to keep working, keep serving.
They are
Go
public
ahead.
figures are former public figures,
Mm.
right? And you'd want to know what's happening with this person. What's going on with them. As I said, don't wait until they pass. It's like a lot of times that's what we do. Wait until a person passes, then we're honoring them, then we're giving them this accolade and this medal. No, give them when they're alive. Show your appreciation to them now when they're alive.
Yeah.
Sometimes that alone can sometimes help them, give them the extra strength and motivation to go on the next day or the next week or the next year. You never can tell.
Yes.
So it shows that you care about them. Put it that way. It shows that you care about them and you appreciate their service, whatever it may be that they have done for the country over the years.
Yes.
So
fair enough.
That is my contribution, and
Yes.
I really believe, as I said before, the solar energy thing, we can make millions, billions of dollars from it, save, rather than be spending so much money on oil that we're just wasting every single day. And it's about time we think there and stop joke around. We have natural sunlight every day. We have wind. We have over 120 rivers. Yes, it's going to cost to get everything up, but guess what? We're talking long-term investment. Long-term we're looking at.
Yeah. Well said.
So you enjoy the rest of your evening. And
You too. Thank you for the call.
all right.
Good. Take care. This is your program, Both Sides of the Story, Power 106 FM. I'm Dervan Malcolm, and we've been listening to ideas. We've been engaging in conversations. We've been having topical discussions. And thanks to you, our faithful listeners at home and abroad, for adding value, continuing to add value to the program. Let's see. In the meantime, I think we did say hi to Nikki J. Thank you very much for tuning in. And I'm not sure if this call is for the program itself or otherwise. Let's see. Both sides of the story. Good afternoon.
Please send birthday greetings to Tommy James for me.
Birthday greetings to Tommy James. Happy birthday, Tommy James.
Right.
Coming from
me.
Miss Barker. All right. Thank you for the call.
Thanks.
Okay, take care.
Yeah.
All right, bye-bye. Continuing with more on your program, Both Sides of the Story, Poro 106 FM. Still taking your calls. Just a few minutes to go. Still taking your calls. 876 922 4112 to 5. And the text line, same as the WhatsApp number. Thank you very much for your listenership and support as we check with some of the other messages that have come in. This one, call Hey Andrew, call Hey, says Julian. Let's see where this message properly starts. Not sure. Just trying to find the start. Bear with us a moment there. So someone says, good evening, both sides of the story. Power 106 live stream is malfunctioning since Sunday all week. So internet, go Jamaica, fix it, or is Flow and JPS faults? Those are questions. When JPS light bill raise the price of chicken nuggets back, etc., gonna be raised too. Hey, how they had said that Beryl was not bad when people are crying. Can't get light and those get light. The latest version. Bill nearly let them faint. How many schools are not going to be ready September morning, this person says. And this one here, they are saying that we're finished with those. Let's come up to this one. Trying to understand. Where is it? I'm trying to understand what the PM is saying about the St. Thomas Road and trying to get in his head, but I have to back out because I'm getting confused. It's like I'm planning to go to Westmoreland, so I buy 2 new tires and keep on 2 of the old ones and head to Westmoreland. I reach and do that. I have to do what I have to do and head back to Kingston. When I reach Clarendon, one of the tires blow out. When I check it, is one of the new tires. I check the warranty for argument's sake, and we have to wrap. Sorry about that. The last one there was a little mixed up. Can we thank you once again for the privilege of serving you on yet another edition of your program, Both Sides of the Story, for today, Wednesday, the 21st of August, 2024. Thank you very much, Chandel Forbes. Thanks to Celise Pinnock as well, and the other members of the team. And thanks to you, our faithful listeners and viewers all over the globe, for making it Both Sides of the Story. All things being well, Both Sides of the Story returns tomorrow afternoon, 2 to 5. Till then, this is Dervan Malcolm wishing everybody a safe and peaceful rest of the day.
You're listening to Puro 106 FM. The time is now 5 o'clock. News, powerful, and credible. Power 106 FM now presents a simulcast of Radio Jamaica's News at 5.
Bye.